Joining us from Tokyo this morning, Japan Markets Kenji Abe, Chief Japan Equity Strategist at Citigroup, and he says it's time to buy in. All right, Abe-san, so what makes you so positive on Japanese shares, considering we really have a rally for this year of 11%?
I think that the Japanese equities have rallied because one of the biggest reasons is changes in the yen-dollar rate trend. Actually, as you know, the yen has been strengthening against dollar for the last 5 years, but now it seems to be stopped rising, and now the Fed announced its policy outlook, and then the big changes has occurred about the market's outlook for U.S. monetary policy. It has been shifting toward easing, but now it seems to be that kind of shift is over, so the yen seems to stop appreciating. And about the earnings momentum, actually, it was weak in the last quarter. I mean, the October to December quarter, but yeah.
Okay, Abe-san, so you're saying that because of the return on equity expectations, recovery in Japanese equity markets that have lagged to other markets in the world and the economy pick up, how much do you think we could see Japanese equities gain this year?
From here, I expect the topics can rise to about close to the 880 before the end of the next fiscal year. So there will be a more than 10% rise from here. So I think that it's time to overweight Japan.
Okay, well, Abe-san, what do you buy then in Japan? We were talking about the car makers, we were talking about chip makers. What are you looking at?
Yes, actually, on the domestic demand front, I expect financials to outperform the market, and they are basically laggards, and also especially Japanese banks have some growth opportunities, such as expanding to their operation to Asian markets. And on the yen weakness story, I would like to recommend auto parts companies which have some growth stories, such as expanding their sales to non-Japanese car makers. So I recommend financials and also auto parts makers.
Okay, and do you expect the yen to hold at these levels, inching closer to 79 versus the U.S. dollar? Do you expect another round of intervention maybe from the Bank of Japan?
Actually, I do not expect intervention from the Bank of Japan because now the political season is coming. I mean, the election of the U.S. President is coming closer and closer. Then for the Ministry of Finance, it's hard to make intervention. So I do not expect currency intervention from here.
Okay, Abe-san, one more question for you. Let me just talk to you about the corporate culture in Japan. I know you can't talk specifically on Olympus, but there are questions about maybe change needed for corporate Japan in light of this accounting scandal. Do you see that happening? Do you see changes because of what's happened at the camera and the gyroscope maker?
Yes, I think so. Actually, the Japanese corporate governance has been and will improve as the structure of shareholders changes, such as increases in foreign shareholders and decreases in cross-shareholdings. And I expect that continue. And also, the recent event is likely to, the investigation and severe criminal charges will be applied, and then those will reduce the probability of recurrence of such misconducts. And I expect the Japanese corporate governance to improve from here.
Okay, well, fingers crossed on that. Kenji Abe, Chief Japan Equity Strategist at Citigroup, for joining us from Tokyo.